step in the ring. Yeah. Combat king on the combat team. Boy, don't talk like you're on that team. Yo, step in the ring. Step in the ring with Lankz, Greeny, Rimz, Bragz. Combat Kingz putting facts on the map. Real conversations mixed with the bands. And man can't tell me about facts. Sweet man's leg, now his head's on the mat. And what you mean by gold, my guy, you fell off. I'm undefeated like Nurmagomedov for John Jones. Kick man's head to the reference, the bell off. Baddie like Paddy, if I ain't got a belt, then you know I ain't happy. Nah, man. Combat Kingz, everybody here's family. Guillotine man for my bros, I ain't ramping. Combat Kingz, that's the anthem. Combat king on a combat team. Boy, don't talk like you're on that team. You ain't bad, you're gonna step in the ring. Yeah. Combat king on a combat team. Boy, don't talk like you're on that team. You ain't bad, you're gonna step in the ring. Step in the ring with Lankz, Greeny, Rimz, Bragz. Combat Kingz putting facts on the map. Real conversations mixed with the bands. And man can't tell me about facts. Sweet man's leg, now his head's on the mat. And what you mean by gold, my guy, you fell off. I'm undefeated like Nurmagomedov for John Jones. Kick man's head to the reference, the bell off. Baddie like Paddy, if I ain't got a belt, then you know I ain't happy. Nah, man. Combat Kingz, everybody here's family. Guillotine man for my bros, I ain't ramping. Combat Kingz, that's the anthem.
Yo, people, we are back in the cave for another week of raw combat sport punditry.
Tell him, Rimz.
The combat sports.
What?
Voices of the streets.
All right, sound the big thing, you know. You know it, we're back. You know what it is, UFC 315, 315, however you want to say it or call it. We had the former champ, Muhammad Belal, and he was fighting.
I said Muhammad Belal. I've forgotten the name already, fam.
Yeah, that was done on purpose. That was literally done on purpose. Versus the new, no one thought that he was good. The man himself didn't even believe in the man that has the same name as him. Jack Maddalena. And what a performance it was. I have to say, I was half sleeping through it because I didn't see round one. That's the honest truth, guys. I was half sleeping. I was just doing the intro right now. But when I woke up, because these men went, oh, and decided to think that they could get me. And I went, oh, what happened? Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
But what did happen is there's a new champ. That's what happened at the end of all of it.
Ozzy.
Oi.
Hey, I'm just happy, but loud. I don't have to talk about this, man. No more, bro. Yo.
No. Let's get straight into it now, because actually, you know what? This is a very interesting. It's turned out more interesting than we thought. I think originally. So it's a bit more interesting. Let's get straight into it. I have to get into it.
Hey, shout out people in the chat, man. You know,
always shout out everyone in the chat. You know what? Pull up, and guys, like, comment, subscribe. You know what to do. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and that's how the show improves. So, first of all, I have to go straight over to Greeny. This is a straight shout. I have to go over to Greeny. I need to hear Greeny's crazy breakdown this week of what he's gonna say about what happened. So, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, and ladies. Jack, do you know how? You're not even Greeny. You're Jack.
Jack Muhammad.
You're Jack Muhammad. Jack Muhammad, the floor is yours, my friend.
Firstly, yeah, cool. Congratulations, JDM. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He done bits. He did. He fought a good fight. And Belal, to me, fought the wrong fight. Yeah, I feel like Belal definitely fought the wrong fight. I know that he struggled with takedowns at points, and JDM's takedown defense was good at points. So yeah, credit to him. You can't take away from that. But this is the problem I have with the UFC generally. Yeah, this is why there's no stars at the moment, because you got your champions only get the belt at the end of their rise, almost. Like, look, JDM beat Belal, who I think was on a 10-fight win streak, yeah? But he only had the belt after the 9 fights. You get me? He took the belt from Leon Edwards, who was on a 12-fight win streak when he beat him. But that was at the end of, do you know what I'm saying? How many fights did he have? How many times did he defend the belt? Just the one time against Kamaru?
And
Kobe.
Yeah.
Yeah, two defenses.
3. Oh, no, you beat him, yeah, 2 defenses. Yeah.
And he took the belt from Kamaru, who was on a 19-fight win streak. But again, he took it off him when he was he was on the decline. So for me, I just think like the UFC have a problem there. I stand by what I said. JDM loses against Gary. He loses against Joaquin Buckley. He loses against Shavkat. He loses against, who else did I say in there? Islam. Yeah, he loses against them, man. For me, even after what he did last night, I just think that what happened last night was we saw where Belal is, and that doesn't. I don't mean to take away from what JDM did, because it was a fantastic performance, and I know that's what it sounds like. But I just think that he happened to catch Belal at the perfect time.
Yeah, them Aussie man are onto you still.
They can be onto me, bro. They live all the way over there.
That's what you used to say about me and Whittaker. Remember, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. That's what you used to say about Whittaker. 24 hours to sit on the plane, fam. Unless you want to come here, yeah, I don't give a damn, fam. Yeah, say what you want to say. So Rimz,
Yo,
the guy's finally out. The guy.
Whose guy?
He's your guy. But you know why? Because he's your most hated guy. So in some way, yeah, you go to bed at night.
I don't hate nobody.
You do, yeah.
I don't hate
he
nobody.
He goes to bed at night, yeah, thinking, damn, why is this guy
I don't go to bed thinking about no man. Hey, yo.
You just can't remember the name. That's why.
I'm fire for that.
Fire for that. Still, I need that. I need that on the button. Still, fire for that. Yeah, but
Go on, tell me.
this one I'm gonna say. I'll start with JDM. JDM, superb performance. Yeah, improved leaps and bounds on what we last saw. Even though he won his last fight, what we saw in terms of grappling defense in his last fight improved a lot in this fight, because he didn't really took him down once, and even when he did take him down, he went down for long, got up. So I have to shout that out. Striking, in terms of striking, I knew if they strike, overall he's gonna box him up. Belal did fairly well, because I thought he would have got lit up a bit more than what he did.
Yeah, he hung.
To be fair,
hung there for a bit,
considering how much he allowed him to box with him. So shout out JDM. Belal now. The downfall for me with Belal. He thought he was too lit. That was the problem. Because he pulls up, cullied up that week, yeah? Talking mad smack. So he's going to punch him up. He's not going to take him down first round. He's going to let him stand up with him. Cool, fair enough. He wanted to do that. But that lost it for you, bro. Like, he should have been humble, bro. He weren't humble, bro. He was thinking he was the guy.
Rimz is out here sound like Habib. Must be humble, brother.
Yeah. But before the litness, that's who he was. He was a humble guy. I'm just saying, man won the belt, went to crack jokes and went to head kick Kamaru. He thinks he's lit. Now what? No belt.
And someone in the chat completely agrees with you. There you go.
Yo, yeah.
Shout out Kez Souza.
It's facts.
Agreed, ego lost him the belt.
It's facts.
No fiction.
Facts, no fiction.
I hear that. All right, let me give me my quick breakdown. I was half asleep, so for what I did see. First of all, I just want to give Greeny a big shout out first. Greeny didn't say he was going to have the belt for long. Greeny just said he was going to be the champ.
I maintained, I didn't answer, because the
I'll
same
give
guys I
Greeny
said
that.
will beat JDM,
Yeah.
I also said will beat Belal.
I'll give you that.
Thank
Forget that. I don't care about that. Like, that's to see in it. Like, but I'll give you what you said in the past. That's credit to that, because none of us thought Belal was going to be the champ. Apart from him, he had mad faith. He didn't say he was going to have some mad streak.
Yeah.
He just said, go get that belt. And he got that belt.
Yeah.
So shout out to Belal Muhammad for that. You're 100% right also. Ego did lose him that fight. From when he thought he was lit in London, he thought he could carry that everywhere. Louder.
He was in Bradford. He was in Bradford.
Oh, sorry. Massey could never do it down here. He could never do it down
I
here.
bet you could.
Massey, I bet you.
I bet you could, bro.
And punch up most man as well.
100%.
But yeah, like on a downfall note, I do think that's what actually happened. And I think Rimz is right there. But let's get to the fight. He fought the wrong type of fight. Well, what are you doing? Let me say this. I saw something in JDM last night when I did. Yeah, bro. I think he got taken down once.
Yeah, I think once.
Out of nine, 10, yeah. That's for. Hey, Greeny. Now this is getting back onto you. For a man that, hey, this is why you have to appreciate the sport of mixed martial arts and understand why people can improve, because that is improvement. Like Rim said, from a guy that wrestles heavy that said he wasn't going to take him down to attempt 9 times because he was getting busted up in there. You ain't going to attempt 9 times if your striking's leading in that fight. He was getting busted up and he had to attempt to do those takedowns. But what I was impressed with JDM is, go back and watch the fight. Every time Belal went in for a single, right? It's like JDM ducked below Belal and then exploded back out of it. It's not. It was like a technique that he learned.
It's not like a traditional.
It wasn't like a traditional takedown under. Watch if you watch it. Yeah, a couple of like 3-4 times he done it. It's like he dipped below Belal to get, and you'd think, oh, but he was gonna get taken down because he was cage side, and then it's like he done some weird It's like I thought Belal thought, oh, I've got you. And he would explode out of that position, waiting for his moment. It was a. I don't think.
Back and
go
and
watch it.
Yeah.
Like, go
even
watch
when
it.
Belal had his back in Turtle,
Yeah,
he escaped. That's actually how he got out.
yeah, that's how he got out. And I was thinking, to myself, raw for a man. That's what I didn't really say it last night because I was kind of tired. Like, but watching it, I was like, for a guy that don't really have great wrestling, as we were all saying in here, from what we had previously seen, you said he was working with. Brother Jones. Brother Jones.
Craig Jones.
Brother Jones.
He's figured out Dagestan wrestling, bro.
Brother Jones.
Volk had these moments against Islam.
But
JDM,
Dagestan, don't do that.
Yeah, what? He's training with them, man, bro.
Yeah, no, it's
Training with
It's
them,
not in
man.
the same blood. It's not the same blood.
You said ever since he's with Habib, yeah.
Yeah, but he's
So
not with
don't,
Habib.
so don't. You can talk.
No.
You can
He's
talk.
not been with Habib. He's not been with Habib. If he was with Habib, you think that would have happened?
You might have been humble. Still.
Let me tell you this.
Yeah,
It's
he
not even
definitely
about-
would have been humble.
He would have been humble, but it's not even about the humble thing. He wouldn't have fought like that, bro. He wouldn't have fought like that. Listen, you see Marab, yeah? I know this is a completely different, but if Marab only attempts 9 takedowns against Sugar, Sugar's going to win that fight. Like going into this fight, yeah, Belal was saying, "Oh, I'm gonna stand with him. I'm gonna stand with him. I'm gonna stand with him." Yeah, you might say that shit. You don't actually go in there and do it. Well, not when that's not your skill set. Do you know what I mean? If he had gone in there and in the first round gone for like 5 takedowns, not landed any, cool, but gone for them.
Yes, the
it
spam.
would've- it would have opened up his hands.
But this is what I said yesterday. I said it yesterday. I could see there was no motion. When Belal's winning, he's got motion. Like he just couldn't get that flow.
The rhythm.
Yeah.
He had
you're right,
moments.
you're right.
He had, let me say this. Belal has a lovely jab.
Yeah.
Lovely basic jab, but it's lovely. It don't look pretty maybe because he don't look pretty.
It's slow.
Pause.
No, but it's
I'm
a
just
heavy. It's like a heavy jab.
it don't, like, I don't want to say no man's pretty, but I'm saying the action don't look pretty.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's just Belal. Nothing that he does looks exciting.
Bog standard. Isn't it?
Bog, yeah.
Standard. But it's heavy.
Bug,
It's like a heavy jab, bro.
Bug. He looks like he look Bug's life. He looks like a Bug's life.
Disrespectful. He's got a big head still. One thing for sure, he weren't about to get spun last night. You get me?
But I'll say this on all credit, man. Shout out to both fighters because it was actually a better fight than I think.
The best fight on the card. Best fight in the main card at least.
Listen, that wasn't even difficult to do, bro.
Yeah. I think shout out to both fighters, man. They actually put on. We didn't think it was going to be a championship type of fight, and it kind of wasn't a championship type of fight. But they excited. I think they excited us.
You don't feel that was
enough.
a champion? I thought by the end of it,
No, so the fight lived up to it, but actually, if you look back in your memory, of watching the UFC, I'm talking like 10, 15 years or whatever, however long you've been watching, I can't think of another title fight, men's title fight, where I'm like, neither of these guys are the best in their division right now.
Right now.
I wouldn't say that either of them are the best. in the
You
division
were
right
saying Shavkat wouldn't beat Belal Muhammad. What do you say? What's your take on that now?
now. I think Shavkat beats that Belal Muhammad. I think Belal Muhammad of 2 fights ago he doesn't beat. Like, I just think Belal's. This is what I think. Yeah, I think all fighters. It's almost like a bit of wick. Yeah, and you burn it on one end. Yeah, and eventually the wick's gonna burn all the way out. Do you know what I'm saying? And some fighters have a long wick, and others have a shorter wick. Yeah. And like Kamaru Usman's one was fucking as long as this table, yeah. But when Leon caught him the second time and the third time, it was the last little couple inches. Leon's thing, same. Like he was on another mad streak, like I was saying earlier. But Belal caught him at the right time. But Belal's one was also.
But we also got to. I get you. I get your streak because that you're right. We're talking about. Me and Rimz were talking about this in the car yesterday. This is why I always say that it's always harder to defend the belt than to actually go and get that belt. The hunger level's different.
Yeah.
My point is now, going back to your question, what about the champion? Because you brought this up yesterday in the car as well when we was talking. What about that championship stint run? What about having the belt and doing the Jonathan? Hence why you said you like fighters that just go and punch man up in the division and show them that it's there.
Those days are gone. And let me tell you, just sorry to cut you, but I'll tell you why those days are gone. Because the skill gap is narrower. Back in the day, the skill gap was clear. Like between champion and ranked number 1, there was a big skill gap. Nowadays, between 1 and 8 in most divisions, the skill gap is very, very narrow. On your day, you can win the fight.
And let me give you another example. I watch a lot of NFL. Yeah, NFL's a great sport. It's like MMA. This is why I like it, because you're one and done.
Yeah.
Ain't no series thing.
Yeah.
Ain't no aggregate thing back and forth.
Yeah.
You're one and done. You got to show up on that day and that night. And that's what's harder to do. Imagine you have a bad training camp. Imagine you do you're fighting, everyday training. Many injuries you get. You don't fight professionally. You come back with mad injuries. Man, my knee, my back. These times there, man ain't even fighting like on a massive, like on a crazy training camp. I know you train hard, but I'm just saying, you get me? Imagine doing mad training camps.
That's friend. I know you train hard.
No, it's the truth though. I know Rimz trains hard. He's been on it. But I'm just giving credibility where credibility is due. But I'm just saying, imagine that Habib's putting you through it.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like you can go. That's why you have to really rate the Islams and the John Joneses and even Volk and even Aldo. I know you say fought once a year and all of that, but just to maintain having that belt and putting your mindset in that focus of being a champ, which was Belal was short lived, so he's gonna be a short lived champ. Now, if quickly go back to a question before we move on, is now him and Leon's beef. Who has more rights? Is it Leon? I know he beat.
Sorry.
To say who's more credible champ.
Leon,
he defended, didn't it?
Yeah.
But he's gonna turn around and say, "But I beat you."
But even if you take that out,
But then what? Leon's more credible than Kamaru. Same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, come on. This is like I think you have to when you do the fighter versus fighter history thing, you have to take them at their peak, innit? And if I'm gonna be honest, I don't think there's a fighter at welterweight that beats a prime
Kamaru. Yeah. That's what I said. That's why even over that's why I said over GSP as well. A prime Kamaru.
Way over GSP.
He was strong, bro. He was strong. African Nigerian strength.
This sounds crazy, but way over GSP as well. I think Kamaru Kamaru has his way.
He was a problem. You couldn't take him down as well. All that stuff wouldn't work.
Skills have improved, man. Skills have improved, and wrestling is still the best skill to have. And he had the best wrestling at welterweight.
Good point. All right, shout out to Jack Della Maddalena.
JDM.
I'm still tired from last night. Allow me, man. I'm still fried from last night. Shout out to both fighters. It was a great fight. It's going to be interesting. We're going to get into this later. We're going to probably have to bring up Jack's name again later because it's going to be interesting when we talk about it because I feel like he's been overlooked before he even had a chance to get that belt.
But
So
bro,
we're going to talk about that a little bit later.
let me say this though. Do you not think it's interesting when someone new gets the belt, how many like on the day he gets the belt, I think man them kind of gauge the level by how many fighters call that champion out on that night, fam. Because I see a lot of men saying I want that fight already. And I think that tells you what people think.
People don't rate him.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
It's easy. That's the people think he's easy work.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's because he hasn't shown enough as well. Do you know what I'm saying? He hasn't really been through. Okay, that 5 round was good because he was way more. his cardio looked way better than Belal's at the end.
Yeah.
Belal was still huffing and puffing.
Did you see
He weren't.
Belal broke
lip.
his nose, his orbital, and you see his lip?
It was ripped apart.
Yeah,
still.
no, he got
JDM put in work, innit?
punched him up still, I can't lie.
Shout out to
like,
JDM.
At the end of the fight, I was even confused why he was like, could it go to like either way? Because Dana was firmly stood behind JDM. So
He was not, but he's trying to do that anyway.
bro, if the judges had
He
given it
tried
to
to do
Belal,
that.
he would have gave the belt to JDM that day, fam. Honestly, he's happy. That's a happy man right there.
Before we move on, people in the chat,
Hit the like button. How much of you are in there? How much people are in there? No, you got
you in there. You're not liking that.
The like button, man.
And man, it's Rim's birthday as
so
well. So you know what I'm
crazy.
saying,
Yeah, it's
pull up,
Rim's
man. Show some
birthday.
love,
Yeah,
man.
you
Pull
got
up.
you got a like for my
Yeah.
birthday.
For real. Come
I don't
on,
want
man.
nothing but some likes.
Get
Yeah.
me for real.
Damn, but for my birthday, you can send me some money.
That's the truth about it. All right, let's move on to the next fight. Women's flyweight title bout. Interestingly, I didn't know this, but I'm going to talk about it. This is the champ and still champ, Valentina Shevchenko, was talking about Manon Fiorot, who was obviously ranked second prior to this, right? But I just wanted to say something to you. Did you lot hear about something about whoever loses the fight, this fight has to retire?
With who? These two.
Yeah.
No.
You didn't see that?
I didn't see that.
They agreed that.
They agreed. They had an agreement, and then Valentina went back and said, "Oh, she don't have to because of this reason." I didn't listen to the reason properly, but I just saw the clip in the it was in the press conference.
That man signed the deal for the
Kombat
quick
Cave.
match.
Yeah.
Yeah, this ain't becoming wrestling.
I told you this 2
Yeah,
years
this
ago. I was
is a
like, I'm
wrestling
sure
thing,
this is
man.
not
This is a
becoming.
wrestling thing.
What? I said this to you, bro. But yeah, that's what I saw. But back into it, I don't know if you look that up and you lot will see what I was talking about. But Valentina Shevchenko, what do you have to say about her performance?
Goat, and Kez says it here. First fighter to get 8 rubies on the belt. Respect to it. But yeah, she's female goat. She's up there. It's Nunes, her.
It's Nunes, man. Do you know what? I used to have that argument in my mind, like, yeah, Shevchenko, but bro, she's boring to watch, man. I'll be honest, man. I don't want to watch them fights no more, man. Like, I don't, man. I'd like to see her going into the sunset, bro. I'll be real. I'm not entertained by it.
She
man.
has slowed down. She has
Nowadays,
slowed down.
yeah, bro. Like,
But she's still beating up all the girls in the division. So
But
how
then-
bad did you just say
close
that
the
in the
division.
division?
They close the division.
Ain't
bro.
happening.
No. We gotta have the Zhang Valentina fight. I think.
Yeah,
That's what we need to see now. Really, there's after that.
Is
There's
Zhang
nothing
too
else.
small?
That's got to be her last fight, right?
Zhang.
That's got.
Yeah, that would have to be our last fight. Yeah.
Zhang too small.
Zhang's on it, so Zhang's on it, so
We were screaming about having that.
Zhang is
that pull.
quite
Yeah.
small. Yeah, she is quite small.
You think
I've seen
Zhang?
her,
I think
so,
Zhang can
yeah.
beat her though. You know.
It's just whether or not she can do the takedown defense thing. Because I'll be honest, yeah, Valentina's become like
A wrestler.
a wrestler that
Yeah.
is just gonna like hold the position.
You know what she's doing? Like she's kind of on a. She's just finding the path of least resistance, isn't it? That's all
That's
she's.
smart,
She
though.
just yeah.
It's
That's
IQ
smart. It's
thing,
called
yeah.
IQ. Yeah. Why are you mad at that?
Everything I say about Valentina, I want to just clarify. She's crazily good. You get me? Like her skills are ridiculous.
Yeah,
But
100%.
But it's at a point. What I mean is, it's at a point almost where it's a bit boring because, like, she shouldn't. In theory, she shouldn't have won last night. If you look at them and where they are in their careers, like, if I could take back to my analogy of the wick, yeah, she should have been burning out the wick. You get me?
But-
But at women's divisions, like, you can go on for so much longer because you're not gonna get knocked out so much. You're not taking as much punishment. Like,
You would say that about John Jones if he beat Aspinall, no? Right?
but then I don't. But then I did. That's why I only have Aspinall winning that fight if it happens.
No, but forget that. I get you, but I'm saying if Jones wins, you're gonna take
would
that
be a
same
pro-
thing, innit?
if
You're
John
gonna
Jones
say the
beats
same thing
Aspinall,
like
it's
Shevchenko.
probably-
Exactly what you just said. There would be the same.
Yeah.
What you would say about John, right?
Especially look, John Jones at heavyweight has been boring so far.
That's because of his opponents.
Yeah,
Nothing to do with him.
Yeah, exactly. But that's also because he's so much better than his opponents.
That's
far.
Shevchenko. This
And
is
it's
why I
almost
said
a bit like watching
again-
Tom Aspinall problems is the same as well because Tom Aspinall is leaps and bounds above everyone else. So like if there's no John Jones, then who does Tom Aspinall beat?
Oh,
There's no-
we've already said that.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we've already said that.
And then
But-
that's when it becomes boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's happening with the women's flyweight. I think she's just beating everyone because she's just better than everyone. Even though she's not over the hill, but she's like right on the top of the hill. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? And someone can push her off, but no one's good and no one's no one's just good enough to push her off the hill. That's just the honest truth. And I feel like she's just sitting there. But you can see that she's not the Valentina that we know 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think that's the honest truth.
All right, so Principal sayings. He's saying, because this is probably the question to ask, the only two people are probably to fight her next. Does Shevchenko beat Zhang and Natalia Silva?
Do you know what? Natalia Silva's she looked good last night. Yeah. If we're gonna talk about that quickly, I thought that her stand-up game is really strong. I worry about her takedown defense against Valentina. You know what I mean, she was good last night against Grasso, but like
Grasso's not got better wrestling.
Grasso's not got great wrestling because she looked like a magic carp on the ground.
Are we talking about this now? Or we just skip
Might
to
as
this
well
one?
skip to it because
We go back to Aldo.
Do you might want to speak about that for long?
No, let's mix the two girl fights. Makes sense because it's all mixed up. Let's do it. Let's do it.
For me, she's good. Stand-up wise, I think at this point, the Valentina that we're currently watching, I think she probably lights her up on the feet. But I do worry about the takedown, and I think that she probably will win on a takedown thing, if I'm being totally honest.
I can hear it.
I'd like Natalia to get the belt. Though.
I think Natalia, after last night, I'm not going to lie, I feel like Grasso and Valentina are on that same level. They were on that same level. I think she pushed her over, she came back, but Valentina is naturally just a bit better than Grasso. In her heyday, she would punch up like Grasso, but she's just the IQ got back. She got back the way to win, and that's why she beat Grasso. But I think Natalia Silva's the fresh. Like I always like Natalia Silva.
Yeah,
she's the. And her take that. You just don't like her takedown.
No, not even that. I just don't think someone that just so heavy reliant on kicks is gonna beat Valentina.
Yeah, you can see Valentina grabbing a kick and just taking her down.
Yeah,
and then it stays there for 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, I just can't
That's
see
what
it, man.
happened
You
with
gotta
Fiorot.
be a bit more dynamic than that, I think, to beat. If she had like maybe like obviously anyone can get caught, so cool. But if she had maybe crazy KO power or something, but I can't see someone with just like she can punch as well. We saw a bit of it yesterday, but she's mainly reliant on kicks. I can see Valentina kind of shutting that down from the jump.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
By the way, I'll just speak on Grasso quickly. She has regressed, bro. This was terrible.
Bad. From
This
being
was
the
terrible.
Yeah,
I
I
think
was
there might have
upset.
been some Mexican supplements going on. At
No, you're right.
She's
No,
the
why do
regression
you think
peak.
that is? Cause quickly, no, because that's upsetting. I picked her like
No,
after the
I'm
Valentina
shocked.
thing, and I didn't.
I'm
even
shocked.
if she lost, I didn't expect her to lose that in that fashion.
I'm shocked that a former champion looked like
Yeah,
that. Bro.
like
It's
that,
like you couldn't
yeah.
problem solve. Like,
Yeah.
you had no problem solving ability. Like, you just let the same thing happen for 3 rounds.
And she
much.
fought
Like,
Valentina.
they couldn't cut off the
Shevchenko.
cage. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Oh, bro, she was just walking. Out.
It's terrible, man.
What I will say though is I do think like once you go into like a trilogy, I think after you're never the same. You're never the same person. And I think it cuts your career a lot when you take a rematch in MMA in particular. I think rematches in MMA should
Mindset.
only be for fights like a DC and John Jones where there's so much mantle in between them. Like they gotta get it going because it's a true grudge match. You get me? But like that fight, the first one, I get why they ran it back, and then I get why they ran it back the second time as well. But I think it took a lot out of her still.
Yeah, you're right. I can believe that. It's a big mental thing. It's a training for the same person. It's not you waking up and seeing the same thing for basically 2 years.
Yeah, and then what skills do you work on? Do you know what I'm saying? You're game planning, you're strategizing simply for that one opponent. You're not looking on your periphery at who's around you.
Good point.
And that's what you have to do as a champion. If you're not looking over your shoulders as a champion, that's when man them creep up on you, and now you end up like looking like Belal, fam. Do you know what I mean? Because he's probably only looked at JDM and thought, he's not gonna get a belt shot. Do you know what I'm saying? So I won't have to worry about him. I worry about Shavkat, and I'll probably worry about someone like a Kamaru. Do you get me? Because he's got a name. I might give him a belt chance. Do you know what I mean? And then someone like JDM rushes in and wins, a bit like the Sean Strickland Izzy thing. You gotta know everyone from 1 to 15 as a champion. You gotta know how they fight and what you can do against them.
Good point. All right, well, that's moving off the ladies. Again, shout out to everybody in the comments, man. Everyone pulling up. Shout out Hank, Ibs, Principal Sayings, everyone, man. Shout you out. Salute. We're just going to move on to the next fight, which is Jose Aldo, the former champ, King of Rio, 11th ranked, finally retired and hung up his gloves last night after that performance. But still, what a performance it was. And he was fighting the brother of the coach of one of the greatest fighters of all time, GSP. The brother Zahabi. What's his first name? Ayman Zahabi. And it was in front of the Canada crowd. And I'm not going to lie, I don't think he won this fight personally. When I watched it, people might be a bit like, what? You don't think? I don't think he won. I thought Aldo hurt. I think it was one apiece. And in that third round where...
It depends how you're looking at that
ground
moment,
and pound.
innit? But
how
that ground and pound to the... I don't know. I think you can give it to Zahabi.
Yeah.
Because he finished well,
and he busted him up.
Yeah.
And he busted him up.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it, but I think the impactful thing I saw was that clip that you clipped up
the soccer clip.
Randy Orton, fam.
Hey, Jose says if I'm going out like this. He tried to.
I think they should give it a draw. I'll be honest. In MMA, if you see a round like that where both of them are on,
I can see why that round.
I think that round. I've not seen a round like that where it's a draw. Where in my mind I'm like, oh, that's a draw. Like that round should have been scored as a draw.
Yeah, they both had mad significant moments.
Yeah, like either of them could have gone in that round. I called it though before. As on the walkout, they said, oh, Jose Aldo's first fight was in Canada. I said, oh, well, then that means he's retiring tonight. No matter what the outcome, he retires. And then he lost the fight on a decision and then he retires, isn't it? Like, what I do want to know is where's Jose Aldo's clip from? From when Anthony Smith, I know that prior to the fight, Anthony Smith had said he's going to retire. But for Anthony Smith, they got a retirement video ready. Yeah. Where the hell is Jose Aldo?
He's big on, man. He's going to have a whole segment.
Yeah, but it should have been then. They got to have that.
That happened in Brazil.
You know, you got to remember as well, they're following a program as well. So if they think, we ain't got enough time to put it in, they won't.
That's fair. But they got to have it in the chamber.
They'll do it in Brazil.
Yeah, probably.
They'll do when they go to Brazil. They'll do a whole big thing on him. Like,
yeah, they should. They have to still.
Yeah, you have to. Rinse stock it on the UFC. Yeah, that day. No, you have to. You get me? Conductor and the controller has spoken.
Aldo look good though for a man that's been around so long. Last performance, he looked.
I just said he's still, and he's on. What's he? 40.
Bro.
That's a mad thing.
He's finished though. He just fought because he wanted to fight. Yeah. He said, forget the weight cut.
Now he come out looking like the old Aldo with a stance and whatnot. But yeah. Bro, now look, Zahabi's not that good.
Yeah, Saxby, you're right. He did give up, man. He's old, man. He lost the last 3 minutes. I hear you. His cardio is finished. His cardio.
Man done a couple of two. Man done like, what do you call that? That's probably like, what?
Sprint.
5 meter. 5 meter. That way, it was done, bro. No, what was it? Bleep test.
Yeah,
man hit a couple. One, two on a beat test and said, nah, I'm not. You know them man at school that just run up and down so they can say they participated, but they're out now.
Fam.
I got to level 4.2, man. I'm good, man. You get me? Yeah, I want to sit down now, fam. These times I was still sprinting there. Bum, bum, bum.
But Jose Aldo is definitely in the Hall of Fame. I think if you watch UFC kind of like around from the start, and when it started really getting good, he's one of your goats.
Apparently, Saxby saying they already did Aldo in the Hall of Fame. What was it for though?
It's true. No, he has.
What was it for though? Was it the same?
What's the new thing? Modern era. He's in the modern wing.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's like the first. I think he might be the first.
What was Vitor in?
Did Belal Muhammad just comment on our thing?
Yeah, they need to put him in the legacy.
Did Belal Muhammad just comment on our thing?
I ain't Belal Muhammad. You're moving mad. Someone changed their name, man. Come on.
I got Rimz scared. Rimz got scared.
Of what?
Rimz thought he's going to pull out Rubai in London and stick it on him. Rimz got scared. Rimz was like, Belal.
You're moving stupid, bro.
How, bro? Why did you move like that? That's his name, though, bro. Am I mad?
That can't be Belal.
Belal. And Belal Muhammad. What does he say?
I'm hoping JDM ain't watching.
He's saying JDM didn't take anything. The belt was never his to begin with. I earned mine through years of hard fights and real wins. I'm still here, still hungry, and still one they gotta go through.
Why are you laughing, bro?
That's cold.
Last night, man. Give him Belal. Shut. Greeny was your biggest fan, by the way. Just to let you know.
Yeah.
Greeny supported you, Belal. If you're listening, Belal, I know you're listening, bro. listen. Right now, yeah, I got you, broski. You get me? Because you went through a lot. You get me? You supported the war in Palestine. You was there for a lot of people. You seem like a very friendly person, and the world didn't want to support you for no reason. Like Rimz didn't want to support you. That's the truth, yeah. I'm gonna lie, bro. I didn't really want. I wasn't on the Rimz wave, so you can kind of punch up Rimz when you see him. But you get me. I'm gonna get punched up by Robert Whittaker. No, I'm getting punched up by Robert. Everyone in the cave's getting punched up by someone. Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, but Greeny, it was your biggest advocate. Yeah. So I'm just saying, fam. Greeny was with you, my bro. Yeah.
Sorry, if we're all gonna get punched up by someone, yours is Robert Whittaker, yours is Belal. Whose is worse?
What?
Who's worse to get punched up by?
I'm not
Robert
getting
Whittaker
punched up, bro.
Belal?
I'm getting my crotch sniffed, bro. Like, man. I'm not getting punched up. Like, man. Yeah, he punching me up.
Yeah, punching you
Yeah,
up.
he punching me up.
Belal
He might dunk me. He might dunk me still, but
Belal will put
yeah,
hands
punch
and
me
dunk
up.
you. What you mean, man? Robert Whittaker dump you as well, bro.
He ain't wrestling. Robert can't wrestle for shit.
He's dumping you like a dumper truck, fam.
Who you getting punched up by?
No, we haven't got to figure that one out, fam.
I know Lankz is getting punched up by.
Jonathan.
Oh, Jonathan. Oh, he's getting murdered then. He's getting murdered.
Alhamdulillah, always win or lose is part of the plan. I give it everything, but tonight wasn't my night. Respect to JDM. Big up, man. Of course, man. Listen, man. We got love for all the fighters, to be honest with you. Like, all jokes aside, you know what I mean? All fighters that go in there to put on entertainment is big up to all you lot. But yeah, man. I hear it.
No, for real, man. Shout out. If that's really you, Belal Muhammad, man, shout out to you.
That ain't really Belal, but if it was really Belal, do you know what I'd say to if that was really Belal, do you know what I'd say to Belal Muhammad? I'd say step away, man. Step away.
What,
because
you think so? Right now?
yeah,
Just
man.
off.
Yeah, because bro, you only get one life. Like, what are you gonna do? Go in there and take more punishment? You ain't gonna get to the belt again. They're not gonna give you the
Because
belt.
they didn't like you in the
Yeah,
first
first
place.
Yeah, they're not
That's
gonna
the
give
point.
you the belt. Go and fight Kamaru Usman. Yeah. Do that.
Yeah.
That will sell.
Money.
Do you know
for
what I'm
money.
saying? Do that in
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia or something like that. Yeah, where you know it's gonna sell.
Yeah.
Or if they do it like in Africa, go
Yeah,
over
yeah,
there
yeah.
and fight.
Yeah.
Fight
makes
that
sense.
fight.
No,
Fight a
Kamaru would be cold. Drop the
Kamaru's a good fight.
footage and then beef.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little. You
And,
know what I mean?
and let us
Or
get
they
involved.
can
Yeah.
drop the footage as like for the pro, like 100%.
promo,
So the fans can get involved.
Yeah,
Boom.
that's cold.
Yeah,
That's
do
cold.
that.
That's cold.
That's the fight. Like all these other men, like don't fight Shavkat, don't fight Gary, don't fight Buckley, because it's just pointless. Do you get me?
All right, no, shouts out to everyone in the chat, man. And that makes sense. That's why I told you Greeny's your biggest supporter. He gave you a great bit of advice there.
All right, last one. Let's talk about this guy.
Last one, lightweight bout, 13th rank, Benoit Saint Denis, and he was fighting a guy I've never heard of called Carl Prepolic.
Now I know I just said
Prepolic.
that we respect all fighters, yeah.
Who
But
is
you see that brother there, yeah.
Prepolic?
Bro, listen, fam. I might as well have been in there, fam. Cause I'll be honest, he didn't know what he was doing, fam. Like Benoit Saint Denis could have finished the fight in about
30
30 seconds.
I don't even rate. I don't even rate Benoit, bro.
No,
I'll be honest, bro.
after that, he did it. Why?
That Joe Alvarez, he was getting
Wrapped
wrecked.
up.
He was getting wrecked.
He would have
bro.
got wrapped up.
I don't
He could
rate
have
that
never
guy
fought
no
that
more
type of way with
still.
Joe Alvarez.
But Joe Alvarez is something special, so I'll be honest, man. I think he's legit still. I
No,
think
he's good.
legit, man.
He's
and I
good.
think if Islam moves out of that weight class, like Joel is gonna be hard to beat, bro. Bro,
He'll get taken down.
Ilya
get taken
is got he's about, how tall is Ilya? About 5'8".
Joe's-
Bro, he's about 7 inches taller than him, bro. No, but
No, is he a 5'8"? That would shock me if he's 5'8".
he might be smaller, no?
Might be, bro.
Bro, Joel Alvarez is 6'3", bro. But he's legit. He's a good. He's
No,
a
he's
good
legit.
grappler. He's a grappler, bro.
The wrestling, I said. Wrestling.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
But
yeah,
he's,
cool.
of course he can grapple, and he's striking second.
His
to none.
striking's good, man. Like he's gonna be.
But
up
we've
there,
gone
man.
straight off the subject because
Sorry,
that's how
sorry,
much we
sorry.
don't rate this fight. But Benoit Saint Denis, basically, long story short of it, I thought he was a militant soldier that was going to take over the world, bro, at lightweight, and because the way he went on a killing spree at the beginning, and he literally, I'm gonna lie, he has got power, but he's got real no technique. I think he was just a big hype train. Like he's got decent jiu-jitsu, I think, but his wrestling's not great. Even from last night, it was okay, but he ain't great. And yeah, it was more of a hype. Dustin Poirier put you back down where you needed to be, and I think you're just gonna be a ranked fighter going on. I think he's just gonna be one of those ranked guys, but never really do anything. So That's my thought on it. We don't need to talk about man like Prepolic or whatever he's wherever he comes from. Bro, no, you know why, bro? Because look what you said you done last night. Man went into the arm triangle, bro. And he gave it.
Oh, that was the fight. Oh, I've never seen anything like that before.
He wanted to just give up. He just said,
I've actually never seen. He actually said, "This is your legs in between my legs, and this isn't good for you. Look, move over there." Oh, that's it. Boom, boom, boom. Like, bro, what the hell?
Insane,
Fam, he pushed him into it, bro.
And quickly, we'll go over the prelims. Mike Malott, the return of Mike Malott. Yeah, because I just wanted to say we wrote off Mike Malott and he got a great knockout in Canada. There's nothing to really say, but he just got a great knockout, a little 1-2 against Radic. Yeah, it was just a nice performance to see him preferably come back and maybe get... Because if he gets back in the mix a lot, he did look good. He was moving well last night. I know you're going to say against Sue, but I'm still going to go off your last performance. Once we were all on the map, he could be a prospect and be good.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, one little performance, let's not overdown him. You don't know.
Oh, no, I think he's like...
No, I'm trying to say.
10 to 8 in
That's
the
what I'm saying.
rankings.
So if he gets ranked, we might see him in some good fights. So I'm just saying.
Old, you know.
Yeah, that's the only problem. He's like 32. He's not... I don't think he's super old.
You're 32, you're not that old.
Yeah, I don't think he's super old. But you know what it is? It's just like when he lost, that's like... And it's who he lost to and how he lost. Do you get me?
Yeah, it's how we lost.
But like at welter, I think like, you know, could be there still. What are we saying here in the chat? So
33.
33. Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's getting there.
Hold on. So what's this Saxby? Belal and Islam ain't boys like that. Every interview he's ever done, he never said he won't fight him. Real talk. Okay, then we need some speculation. Who will win? Who will they take Islam's belt? Who will win what?
Who will fight?
As in if Islam moves up, but Islam's talking about the double champ thing. Islam's talking about double champ.
And he said he's not going to vacate the lightweight belt
Yeah.
unless they take it off of him.
That's what he said last night. He said, let's do some double champ action. And I'm going to be real, yeah? He got to that before the UFC got to that. So
he was allowed to, though. I don't think
No, but you know, like, if Dana had got to the press conference and was like, Islam's going to fight JDM, but Islam already done the tweet. So now if Dana goes in and says, Islam's going to fight JDM, but he's going to relinquish the lightweight belt, we already know that Islam's not on that train because he's already put out there what he wants. So he kind of has to run with it now because you ain't got many stars. Islam is arguably up there as your biggest star. You got to do it.
Topuria is a bigger star. Oh, I don't know. You know.
No, he will be. He's not right now. He's not right now.
Yeah.
He will be.
There's potential.
That Joe Rogan episode showed me levels, bro.
And what he's done since then as well.
In a day, what the man have done in like months. Yeah,
bro, if Islam went on JRE, it'd be the same thing though.
Just bare Russians watching it.
Yeah. You just wouldn't be able to watch it because we don't know what's going on.
Hey, all right, rate the card, man. What are we saying?
Originally, we had this card down as like a
2. Yeah, it might move up to a 3 for me.
I give it.
Yeah, it can go a bit higher. The
to a 3
performance because it was a finish. The Jose fight weren't too
This
bad.
was decent. I was happy with this. I'd even move it to maybe a 4.
Yeah, I'll give it a 4. It could be a 4. It's under a 5, but I'll give it 3 or 4. Actually, I was tired, you know.
If someone even...
But you was tired because it was dead.
4. Yeah, overall,
It was 3, man.
Yeah, 3.
It's a pay-per-view, bro. If that was a fight night, I'd be like, that's a good fight night, 7.
Yeah, 3. It's probably a 3. On the pay-per-view, it's probably a 3 Rimz. You have to go
3. Nah, man, I'll go 4.
Pay-per-view.
That's one of the worst pay-per-views.
Pay-per-view Rimz.
I actually enjoyed that. But
what did you give it as a fight night?
Jack Della Maddalena.
You gave that. What was that fight night?
A fight
No,
night.
Shevchenko didn't have the belt and that was 3 rounds. What would you give that as a fight night? You're giving it a 4. You got to give that like a 9 or a 10 as a fight night, bro. Deep what you're saying.
Ooh, not a 9 or 10.
As a fight night. As a fight.
What, all these same names?
Yeah, as a fight.
But you can't do that though, man.
Why not? I'm
Because
just
these are pay-per-view names, isn't it?
No, bro, they move people off pay-per-views all the time and then put them on fight nights and then take them off. Don't do that.
You got belts. You're
They do that all the time, bro. Yeah, but I'm talking about the whole card, though. I'm not just talking about...
The Belal JDM fight was good.
Yeah.
Shevchenko
Shevchenko, it's boring.
Jose
This was a good fight.
No, it was
Boring.
a round. It was a good 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 round 3. Round 1 and round 2 were boring as hell, bro.
Kind of true.
Fair. This one finished.
I'm cool with 4, man. I'm cool with 4.
Benoit said it wasn't a good fight either.
You lot rate the card. Give us a rating for the card, man. Give us a
Bro,
rating for
you
the
would rather
card.
watch me versus you. Honestly, bro. I swear to you.
Dumb.
Terrible, fam.
All right.
Hey, make sure you're liking as well, man. Make sure you're liking. That's what I'm asking for my birthday. Like,
And tell a friend to tell a friend. You know what it is.
All right. So
What's next? We're going to get some news?
yeah, we might as well just I don't think there's any big. Well,
There is some big news. There's a big-
Yeah, the news is already known, innit? It's no surprises. So we had Belal lose his belt. JDM's got the belt. Islam tweets, double champ. Let's do it. So it looks like it hasn't been announced yet though.
Yeah.
But it looks like Makhachev is gonna move up to welterweight. So there's 2 questions now. Can Makhachev beat JDM? And who's Ilia gonna be fighting? And is he gonna even get a title shot?
Before you answer that,
Is it gonna be? Yeah.
First of all, I want to ask a question in that as well. Yeah, there's a first question. How disrespectful are they to Jack Della Maddalena?
Yeah, it's a whole lot of disrespect.
Yeah, ain't that
More
like?
disrespect
Let's
than
be
me.
real. Let's be real.
Yeah, no,
Let's just. I think first answer that. That's what the question I wanted to ask prior. How disrespectful is that to Jack? They don't rate you, Jack.
Yo, you got the belt. Yeah, we got to put you in with that lightweight champ real quick still. Let's book it for July.
That's mad. That's disrespectful.
It ain't right still.
It's not
It
right.
ain't right.
bro.
What's that song? It ain't right, but it's okay. You get me? I'm with it because I'm with it. It's okay because I'm down for it still.
So go ahead.
Take that.
Go-
I'm
what
saying
is
they run JDM versus Islam International Fight Week in July with an undercard of Charles versus Ilia for the interim
July's too
title,
soon.
and then you run
JDM's got a
both
big
fights,
thing
and then the
that's too
winner
soon.
of the Islam. Sorry, if Islam wins, Islam comes back down to fight the winner of Charles and Ilia.
No, July. JDM can't fight July. That's mad. After that
months.
fight, that's crazy.
5 rounds.
And then
No, 3 months.
And then-
you got the whole of May. You got the whole of June.
Whole of May.
whole of me. It's
Half of
half of
May.
me right
And-
now, bro.
What day are you at?
Bro, it's like
It's
the
11th, bro.
Yeah, but you're forgetting it's JDM. They don't give a fuck who it is. They're gonna
No,
do it.
can't
no, they
medically-
won't do that. That's
medically-
too.
medically.
Yeah,
And he's got
yeah.
that big mouth.
If
under
not,
his
if
eye.
not, you know, if not, then JDM's gonna do it in Australia, which will be in like January or something.
No, it won't be that far away.
They'll make him do it in like
man.
October
They'll do
or
it.
something.
They'll do it in Abu Dhabi, October. Yeah,
October.
yeah.
That's gonna be a mad card because
October.
they're gonna be Hamza on that card as well.
Maybe.
There might be 3 title
Oh,
fights
might
on
be
that
a
card.
double up. Oh,
So there might
triple.
be three-
Triple?
if they-
Nah, they won't triple
if
because
they
they
put
need
the interim-
they need to spread them out these days. They won't do a triple, man.
They just done 2 last night, and that was in
Yeah,
Canada.
because that's
Yeah,
the girl,
but-
though.
Yeah.
Female.
They're doing it next
doing
week
the
as well.
Yeah, with female under.
They're throwaways.
Yeah, the females.
But
That's disrespectful, boy.
hey,
Go on.
Hey, I'm speaking the truth, man. Like, if
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
lying, say it, innit?
I'm lying, I'm dying.
Hey, but what I'm thinking now, yeah, if Islam is actually gonna keep this lightweight belt, that means Topuria is getting the interim shot.
Yeah.
So he gave up his belt for interim shots.
This is the thing. Islam, if he wins, I think that comment just there from Ibs is perfect, yeah? If Islam does beat JDM for the 170 belt, he won't go back down. Like, I think that they'll try to make the Ilia versus Islam fight because that's the biggest fight outside of Tom and Jones. Tom and Jones. But I don't think Islam will move back down. And I don't think, I think if Islam wins, we never see that fight.
I do think he does. So I think what happens is, my personal opinion is JDM loses to Islam Makhachev.
Second round.
I don't think his skill set's good enough.
Yeah.
I then think you're right, Rimz. Ilia might be given an interim shot, even though I hate the interim belt. I think it's one of the worst belts. It's just not necessary.
They should change
It's
what the
who-
interim belt looks like.
It's who he fights now.
They
Does he
should make
fight-
it
It should be
silver.
silver. Yeah, it should be silver.
Now, do they make him fight Armin or Charles? That's the interesting question because I think Armin's a very tough fight for Ilia Topuria.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's the one I really want to see as well. I don't even want to see Charles, bro. I want to see
I don't want to see
Armin
Charles.
things. Technically, I need to get in my head how it's gonna work because then I can see how it would work for Islam. I could get it.
Yeah,
You get me?
you can see the-
that man will know if you really have it.
In my mind,
Like,
Charles is done.
so-
Charles is done in
We
my
can get into that on another
Yeah,
day,
yeah.
but that's how I feel. And then I do feel like Ilia fights Armin, whoever wins fights, they will come back down for big money because it's win-win for the UFC. If Armin stays out of trouble, meaning he wins and just or
You know what?
Or-
Me, yeah,
up and down.
especially lightweight to what? It's too big.
and
of a-
another-
Yeah, you
another-
gotta size up properly to go. Well, man, from lightweight.
Yeah, and on top of that, yeah, one of the factors that you're not thinking about is Islam's old. Islam's 35. No, is he 35?
34,
I think I thought it was 33. Is he 30?
I thought he was about 33, 34.
But regardless, to go and put on 15 pounds,
it might be 34.
and then come back down, I don't think that that's good for him still. And I think that them men are sensible. I think Islam will feel no way about. Yeah, Islam will feel no way about moving up and then not going back down again, because he'll be a double champ. If he doesn't give up the belt before he fights for the 170, he can say he's the double champ. Doesn't matter if he's not defended it, because most of them man don't defend.
But I think he's gonna want to defend it out of pride.
I don't think so, man.
Don't you want to be the first man to defend it as well? To make new history. Them man are prideful like that. They got pride now.
Yeah, but he's almost, if he does the double champ thing, it's like I said before, it's something that Habib
At
has.
the end, you know what is up? Can't do the double champ team at welterweight. It's too active now, man.
Yeah.
It's too active now.
Yeah, and especially welterweight, you got a lot of contenders.
Yeah,
Same with lightweight right now.
If he moves up, he has to stay there.
Islam versus Shevchenko.
But then, do you know what? I feel like Islam going to be like, but we can't do that one either because that's my brother.
No. You're fighting, man.
Listen, you're fighting. Rimz made it happen. Rimz not having it.
You know what will happen? He won't take that fight.
Man turned into Maynard.
He'll fight like Buckley or something. Be gone, fam. Look, man, killed that fly there. See that?
That was a muffle.
Hands, fam.
But okay, fair enough. What's anyone got to say in the chat? Shout out to Don Dada 18. Never seen you, bro, before. You pulling
That
up.
Spanish flag.
Get me. Shout out. What's he saying? Why is Islam waiting a whole 8 to 9 months for JDM to heal when he took 0 damage in January from Moicano? I wonder why.
Because you don't want to fight Ilia, is what he's saying.
Yeah, 100%. But I've said this. I don't because it's lose. What did Rim say? It's
lose.
It's
lose.
bro.
What you just said, no, Islam will win and then fight Usman or Buckley. I was just going to say, he'll fight Buckley. He won't fight Shevchenko. Watch. He'll fight Buckley because that's the easiest matchup for him. Like, Buckley's great, but get taken down by Islam and get suffocated ASAP.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But Shevchenko can't wait that long.
Yeah.
If Shevchenko's back, he can't. He's the next guy. Once he says I'm back,
I think he gets jumped. I think he has to fight Gary again. I'll be honest.
No, not Gary again.
Because it was such a close fight.
No, but you're not a good. You could never. Yeah, you shouldn't do matchmaking. I'm just being honest, like because your match, you're not. I mean, Rimz is good. I feel you're not good at that job. You're good at many other things, but that's not your area. Because why would you fight Gary again, bro? Like that just makes no sense. Like you should have said anyone else. You should have said you could fight anyone else that he hasn't fought. Even Sean Brady, you should have said.
That was
see, but
don't
you know? I get you, but you said Gary. You know, Gary. No one wants to see that. What's Leo Cooper? Shout out to Leo Cooper. MMA. What you saying, boy? Shevchenko versus we're gonna get Shevchenko Whaley. Hopefully, that's what we were screaming for earlier. But Islam, it's lose-lose. Basically, that's what me and Rimz have been saying. Ilia is a demon, bro, and to say that you got knocked out by a featherweight is gonna, you know what it's gonna do?
Thank you, sir.
It you know what it does? It amps up everything in the featherweights from the Volkanovski era. Because if Ilia goes in there and knocks out Islam, it makes Volkanovski look better. It makes Ilia look even more better because Volka's running from Ilia. Now, I'm being honest. Now, Ilia's a mega star on some next level. Because set the alignment up. It does, though. Volk done good against Islam. But Ilia comes in, knocks Volk out.
Hold on, what are we getting to here? Sorry? I
Basically,
zoned out for a second.
If Ilia beats Islam, it makes all the man like Volkanovski and all their man, their credentials are improved. You get me? Because obviously he put in a little bit of work against Islam in the first one. Volk's done what he's done to Volk. Ilia's done what he done to Volk, and then he might if he goes in there with Islam.
And then, especially if he knocks him out.
Yeah, this is like, it's like some Avengers shit.
Yeah, real talk. Zach, it's mad.
And at the end of it, John Jones is still there with a handful of he's got all the stones, the Infinity Stones.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens here.
Yeah, I think. I'm hoping it's Ilia Arman, but I do also think they're not gonna Arman's gonna probably fight Joel Alvarez or someone like that, bro. He's got to restart, bro. I think Dana White is
he got a real start. Dana White's really upset that he messed up that night.
To be
That
honest,
night.
I understand it, bro. Because you can't.
Dana said you messed up my business.
He done rich boy things, fam. He done private boy school things. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm
you showed up to
so
the. Actually, do you know what? I feel a little bit unwell today, and I don't know if I can participate.
It's true. It's true.
Oh, okay, no problem. We'll still give you a medal. You know what I mean? Like, nah, brother.
I hear you on that still.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's gonna be very interesting what happens going forward. And what Ilia does. I think everyone's more interested to see what Ilia. I think Ilia fights International Fight Week now.
Yeah.
It's against Arman or Oliveira. I think that happens more than anything.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
So we're gonna see how. And I think you might get a championship fight. Who could fight?
Look at
after
this
that?
one.
That will be for the interim, I think.
No,
I
but
do-
even if it weren't for that, they will still.
Well, it's not gonna be the what?
No,
it's not
hold
gonna
on.
be
Hold
the
on. Why are you
middleweight
saying Gaethje?
I saw that. That's what I saw on Twitter, but it was fake,
Fake news.
Fake
Stop
news,
doing
fake
that.
done
news.
with
Stop doing
fake
that. You
news.
gotta
I got-
do that.
I- they only done me over
Donald
once.
don't like people like you.
They only
You got
done
hit
me
with
over
fake-
once,
Donald
man.
don't like
Explain
people
the
like
situation,
you.
Explain the situation.
Spreading
Explain-
rumors.
Hey, I thought I was woke up. I saw it popped up on my notification. Gaethje versus Topuria. I was like, what? And like, yeah, all right, cool. And Dana said it in the press conference. I ain't watched the press conference these times, innit? I just woke up because man was up till mad hours. So I'm thinking, right, all right, cool, innit? Verified. They just said it. You get me? But hey, it went the way it was, man. Hey, shout out. I missed your question there. You're saying the Don Dada 18. Which side are you guys on? Do you think Islam actually performs at 170? Please watch tape. Buckley is a harder matchup for JDM than Islam is.
Let me say something quickly on
And
that.
shout out for the super chat as well.
Because of the what? Because Craig Jones now.
Shout out to the super chat. Look, I'll be honest with you. I kind of agree in terms of I think Buckley is a tough matchup for JDM because I do think that is the case. I think that Buckley beats JDM like I said last week. I also think Islam runs through JDM so quickly that man them are also going to be surprised by how that looks.
But Don Dada said Islam will struggle more than Buckley would struggle.
Nah.
You don't believe
Nah.
so? Would
Because
you believe so?
You got to think if Islam's fully
Craig
hydrated,
Jones,
putting on a
Craig
bit of
Jones,
muscle.
Craig Jones, Craig Jones in
If
that
you-
corner
but people
now.
that might hang around with Craig
Nah,
Jones, don't
I
worry
think
about
Islam.
steroids.
I'm on Islam side of things. I think I respect Buckley, and I said he's probably gonna get the title next year.
That's the fight.
That's the fight. Don Dada, thank
That
you.
man said Don Dada. Look at him. Man, Greeny.
That's the fight, bro.
Which one? Where?
Ilya versus Paddy. I'm telling you, that's the fight for the interim.
Chill out.
That's the fight. You don't need to build it up. You've got to build up there. It's already set. You said you got to wait to make it rise for something special. That's something special. Do it for the interim. Just give him his chance.
It makes more sense
Because
now.
if Paddy loses a fight
But
against someone,
I'm
then
gonna
it's
say,
done.
if I'm Saryukin, I'll feel badly disrespected, incredibly disrespected.
What?
So disrespected. Hey.
Why? It's your arm.
Hey.
The level of disrespect, brother.
Why? No. I don't agree with that.
What?
I don't agree with that. If you're Arman Saryukin,
even if I
Arman
was
Saryukin had his chance, bro.
This is disrespectful.
No, man. If you have your chance, listen. If firstly, get that muff away from man, blood. If you have your chance, and you have a back injury, cool. If you have your back injury, that's not a problem, you know. Let them know, and then they'll rebook or they'll change it. Give them time. You don't have a back injury all camp, get to fight day and say, "Oh, my back's hurting." You don't do that, bruv. Not to the UFC, because as big as a star as you might be, the UFC is a bigger star, bro. You don't do that, fam. You can't do that, bro. That's like pulling up to work. Like, imagine you've got a big meeting at work and you pull up to work and you say to the boss, "Oh, I've lost my voice." Bro, the boss is gonna look at you like, "Fam, why are you here then, bro? I could have got someone else in for this." Bro, you don't, man. Nah.
I hear it. Snacksby, thank you, bro. Thank you. All right. What we got?
What else is in the comments? Everyone's in
That's
the comments
mad.
making me laugh.
Man
today,
said, will Belal help Islam train for JDM?
See, that's why I said you know.
Hey, did you see what Buckley said about him praying for his brother's downfall? Because man gets the title shot now.
What is
Posted, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't even listen to what Buckley says, fam, because he says he'll be there at 12 o'clock and he weren't there, fam. So, fuck him, bro.
Hey.
Buckley punches up Usman though, and he actually knocks him out.
I think
Oh,
he
yeah,
does work on
that's-
Usman.
that's-
This Usman.
Yeah,
That's a
Usman,
problem, you know. He's making statements, bro. From when he's come down, like Rimz said, he's been made a statement.
Yeah, that was the weight for him, man. All right, we got a bit more news. Let me bring this up now. So we have announced Robert Whittaker,
Your boy.
versus Renier Derrida, UFC Abu Dhabi in July.
Tops it. Was ahead of the card.
Damn.
Looks like, must be a fight
That's
night,
a
innit?
fight night, yeah.
Fight night, innit?
That's the one in July. Remember, they do 2 now. So they've got the one in October. That will be Hamzat versus DDP. And this one in July is just the media one. This is like the Izzy one.
Oh yeah.
What you saying?
I
What
don't
you
think
saying,
it's
man?
gonna, I don't think it's gonna be better than Izzy and Imavov because that was actually a good fight night. That was a good fight night still.
Yeah.
But
Can RDR beat Whittaker?
Oh, if he doesn't, I'll be shocked.
So what? RDR's going on a title run.
What are we doing here, man?
Well, that's what beating Whittaker is gonna get you. Like maybe one more
Alright,
fight and then
pull
you're
up the middle. Pull up the middleweight rankings.
Whittaker's a standard down from the title run now. There's new title runners.
Yeah.
There's like 6-7 title men in there. There's Fluffy. There's Baralio. There's
I don't quite think as much as I like Fluffy. I don't think
there's-
he's quite there yet.
Well, he will punch up
Yeah.
Robert Whittaker in seconds.
He's ahead of RDR.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And he's ahead of Thingy, but he'll punch them man up in seconds. You know as well.
RDR's got the
I'm
motion
talking about. Who told you that?
Say that again.
Who
what
told
say?
you that?
Got
Because
the
he come from
motion,
one.
man. No, because
Or Bo, because of Bo. No, Bo just got
he's
found
got
out.
motion, bro.
Because Bo got found out.
He's got
I asked you
motion,
that
bro.
question last week.
Bro, can
Is
you
Bo that good? Was Bo that bad? Or is Bo being that bad? Bro?
Can
That
you
was the
imagine?
answer.
Can you imagine putting Bo in there with any of them guys? Dracus Duplessis. Who's number 2? Because you know
Hamzat. You got
Hamzat.
Hamzat, Sean Strickland, Israel, forget Robert Whittaker, yeah? Baralio, he loses to.
Jared
Bro,
Cannonier,
he'll
he
beat-
loses to.
Jared Cannonier punch him up.
kills him. Anthony Hernandez kills him. Vittori beats him up.
yeah, all of them. pretty much.
Brendan Allen. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
All of
So
them,
like,
all of them.
Paul Craig destroys him. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, he
Paul Craig will punch up Bo Nickel blood.
didn't. He already beat him.
He
He did beat him.
He beat him.
But that's what that. Yeah. Let me take. Oh wait, just delete that last little bit of the clip.
Don Dada says RDR starts his losses at Carl Imavov. See, Shamab, facts. That's what I was just saying. There's a new brand of middleweights that I like. This is the brand of middleweights that I was telling you when Robert was up there, and I was like, that middleweight brand was dead, bro. That was that's not Nike and Adidas like lit brand. That was
Case Swiss.
Case.
You know, I looked out and tuned in right at the right time. Still, that is hilarious.
Hey, with a flip tongue.
What do you mean, fam?
And the stripes at the side, you change the colours.
Damn, boy.
And that's work, you know.
Damn, boy.
That's craftsmanship, bro. They gave you a trainer that you could craft yourself. What?
Nowadays, the only thing we got is sports mode on the Crocs, man.
I know, that's it. But I'm telling you guys, like, there's levels to this, and them man are now in that level, and I don't feel like Robert's in. I think he's in a level below now.
Bro, how disrespectful is it that Robert Whittaker is 5 and Kyle Bralio is 6?
Theodora, yeah, that's literally Ibs, you know, bro. Theodora for real.
How bad is that, though?
Huh? What's that?
I said Robert Whittaker is 5 and Kyle Bralio is 6.
Yeah, that's gonna get replaced. Though. That's
Line up the. What?
That's gonna change.
Yeah,
though.
but how's
That
it
don't
change
really
already, bro? They need to line up these people that do this, yeah, and just
How?
Joe Rogan
You know, I
goes
don't
ham
get.
on them
How
with
is
a bow and arrow,
Imavov
fam.
won though?
Who?
How is Imavov won?
Well, because he beat up Izzy.
No, but he's not gonna fight for the
Yeah,
title.
yeah,
now,
because
Hamzat
they're
should
telling
be
him
one.
Baralio, innit?
it's
Like,
mad,
man's
don't
within his
make
right to fight for the
sense.
title.
It don't make
So
sense.
mania.
Yeah, this is why they need to get all of this right. Whoever really does this and it represents the UFC website, they need to sort this out.
Where's the,
No, but it's the
where's the
media.
AI one, man?
It's the
Yeah,
media. It's the
for
media
real.
that do this. That's what I'm
And
saying.
that's
They
why
need
I
to
said-
line them up and let Joe Rogan get his bow and arrow and go ham with it. Honestly,
What's that? Fun question. As boys, they know music through Kanye West's.
I ain't listened to it yet. You
Even
know.
if I get
it's,
like
about,
that shit.
it's on the Bryce Mitchell thing, isn't it? He's on the Bryce Mitchell thing, bro. Man's all saying about like talking about Hitler and that, and yeah.
We can't support
Bro,
it.
man dropped two songs. One about him and his cousin having sex, and one about Hitler, fam.
Oh, real. I ain't listened to it. But
Man even dropped some of the main camp thing on it.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Kanye's but Kanye's doing it for attention though as well.
I don't even know if he's doing it for attention.
Both,
anymore, but I
both.
think he's just finished.
He's mad.
He's
mad
Wick's
and
run out as
attention.
well, bro. He's Wick's done, fam.
Who's that in the
Shout
chat?
out Lord of the Pies.
Hey, that's like Lord of the Ties from like Game of Thrones and that. You get me, fam?
What?
Lord of the Ties, Lord of the Seas, House of Dragons.
I was thinking Lord of the Flies.
That's why I thought Lord of the Rings, fam.
Lord of the Pies. That's a real. That's a Ganguly name. I respect it.
No, it is still.
What's he saying, Rimz?
Islam said that his legacy is beating the featherweights. Therefore, he hasn't earned a shot at welterweight. He should have to beat lightweights. This is just his own logic. I'm just using the same logic he's applying to Ilia.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's like the UFC have quite a few fights that they can make, but there's nothing more interesting than Ilia versus Islam, man. And if they don't make that fight, which it doesn't look like they're going to, I think they've dropped the ball. I'll be real.
It's not always on them though. Like Damon
No, it's
says,
not.
it's a hard business where fighters, if
Yeah.
they don't want to fight, you can't force them to fight.
No,
You get me? So it's
exactly.
it is a hard business to get. You know what I mean? I do feel for both sides there, but
Yeah, no, and I understand that as well. Obviously, it is a business, like you said, but
guys, again, everyone that's pulled up into this chat, please hit the like button. How much likes we on Rimz? Quickly, before we carry on, because
Not enough. It's never
we're
enough.
giving you lot good content and you lot are not hitting the like button. You just need to hit it for us. Just hit the like button quickly. That's what we're asking for. You know. So, yeah, that's to be honest with you, man. Yeah, like I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens going forward. Like you said, Greeny, I think the UFC do have fights that they can make. I feel like let's quickly go over it. I feel like the middleweight has a very good division right now.
1 to 5, they're solid. Yeah.
Bantamweight's a bit dead, like you said. You know, remember was that? It's not
Kill each
dead.
other off,
There's
they
good
just kill each other
fighters in it, but they've messed it up with the way they went about giving, I think, fights to people. I think that's because Sugar should not be getting that title shot in my eyes. Middleweight's looking really good at the moment. With
Welterweight's
Cowboy,
good. Welterweight's good.
Welterweight's good. Lightweight's good.
Lightweight's good.
Featherweight's
good.
coming back.
Featherweight's solid. Yeah.
So some of the come-ups that we're seeing, we just got to wait for the stars to get there and see how it pans
Everything
out.
else is
Does
trash.
John Silver get
Light
a title shot
heavyweight
before
trash.
Evelev? He does, innit? Does John Silver get a title shot before Evelev? He does, innit? 100% he does.
Disrespectful.
He does, though,
It's
innit?
disrespectful.
Let's just call it what it
Him
is.
versus Volk. But
Unless they do it next, then boy.
Don't you think Silva just obliterates Volk though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I do.
Do you think he obliterates Volk?
Yeah, I don't think Volk's reign's gonna be long.
Not this time,
time. Yeah, I don't think so.
He just retires after that as well.
Yeah, probably. I don't. You might prove me wrong, but yeah.
He just, I'm gonna keep going back to that Wick analogy, fam. I like that one. Stuff. That was a good one.
All right, cool. Well, that is the news wrapped up. Have you got
Yeah.
anything else? That's the news wrapped up.
That's it.
Any news?
Alright.
We gotta do picks for next week.
We're gonna quickly go over next week's show, next week's fight night for you, which Rimz is gonna bring up right now, and we know it's going to be a good fight because who is fighting? It's Dorino himself, the return of Gilbert Burns, and he's always in a good fight, and he is fighting Morales,
Spider-Man.
Michael Morales.
That's something that I
boy.
called out a long time ago, man.
This is gonna be
hold on.
you did
know
as
what
well.
we do. We know what we do now, though. Hold on, let's have a quick look.
Like I said, where is this? This is in Las Vegas, Apex, right? Back at
Yeah,
the
man.
Apex.
So going back to
Is that the
the
Apex, yeah?
Yeah.
Apex.
I
So-
think that favors.
Oh, Gabe. Oh, I thought that was Gabe. I thought that was Thingy, you know, because he's trying to get into the UFC, innit?
Oh, Gabe Stevenson. Is he?
He said he's gonna. Yeah,
Apparently, I heard he's
WWE.
No, but I heard.
I thought it was-
I think I might allegedly he's a woman beat a star or something like that. I think I heard something like that.
Don't
but
spread
it
rumors
kinda-
again.
I said
Fake
allegedly.
news.
I'm not in America anyway. I can't get sued, blood. But
Can't get sued, you can't get beat up.
Oh, fair enough though.
That's what I heard.
Well,
but
we shut that one down.
anyway,
All right,
let's
go
move
over
on to this card, yeah? So we'll start the opener. Julian Arosa versus, how you say that?
Marquezel.
Marquezel.
That must be one of your better ones,
Costa.
bro.
Marquezel.
yeah,
You can say the weird
mad
ones, though, bro.
you get like
It's because the letters unjumble when they're crazy. Like,
Yeah,
they're in the
bro.
road already. fam.
spell super kind of fashionistic
Can you say it?
What? Yeah, can you say it?
I
Can you
can't
say
even
it?
say it, bro. But I know exactly how to spell it.
SUPER. That's super. I can't spell.
Hey, all right. What we saying for this? Erosa versus Costa.
This is a good fight. I think I like Erosa's looked good in recent times. Costa's always in a good fight. So it's a good way to start the paper. Oh, well, pay-per-view, but
Whoa.
good way to start the main card, you know? That would be a good scrap, that one. I'll go with Erosa, I think, by sub.
Didn't he fought recently? No, Costa.
He did fight, yeah. I don't know if he fought. Did he fight or was his fight cancelled?
I swear he fought.
He definitely
recently.
fought recently. Definitely fought. I definitely remember seeing that fight. It's a hard face to miss, bro. Man's got tattoos on everywhere, bro.
Who's that? Who you talking about?
Costa.
Oh, Costa.
Costa.
Yeah. He fought recently. He's that
recently.
guy. He's good. Costa's cold, bro. Yeah. Costa's. I'll go with Costa in that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing him from his last.
Yeah, I don't
fight.
really.
Click his name. Click it quickly, and it'll remind. I showed the mad hair. Yeah. I remember his fight. He was cold.
It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
March.
Yeah. He was cold.
You're on
I
stuff.
remember that fight still. He was cold still. I was kind of impressed still.
All right.
Who else is in this?
This one next.
Dustin Stolfus.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Rublev.
Rublev. Oh, yeah.
But if you don't win in the first round, he loses, man. That's him. innit?
Yeah.
He's one of those guys. And to be fair, how do you say man's name? Stolfus. Stolfus. Yeah, he's looked quite decent.
Yeah, he is quite decent.
Yeah,
Stolfus late, Ruzabek early.
Yeah, it's one of those ones still.
Mhm.
I don't think I side with Ruzaboyev at all, actually. That's me saying that now, you're probably going to get a mad knockout, but I'd go Stolfus or whatever his name is. I think.
Who ain't seen him in a while? Why they love black on black crime, man? Hey, Sadiq Yusuf versus Myron Santos.
Hey, click on Santos. Who did he fight last?
One year of contenders.
Was he on Contender, yeah?
I swear I've seen him on contender. But,
Left. I don't think so. I don't think he was.
Hopefully.
He fought in March as well. March 8th.
I don't remember these. I don't remember this one.
I remember the face. I think
can't
he's quite.
remember
From what? How did he?
They
win
were on the
those
same
fights?
card.
Yeah.
How did he win those fights? Were they knockouts or subs? KOs?
One is a decision and one is a KO.
Okay, yeah. I think he's quite good from what I recall. I'd go Santos in that one.
Santos, yeah, over you man are sleeping on Sadiq. Sadiq, I got you, bro.
Super.
I didn't say nothing.
Sadiq, man.
I don't know because I can't remember Santos fighting for some reason. I know Sadiq Yusuf's got nice leg kicks.
Powerful as
Sadiq,
well, man.
yeah, but he's hit and miss though. Sometimes his output's poor, man.
2-1.
Yeah,
I think
his
gas
output
tank. I think
as well. His output's poor. I'll go Santos this fight.
I'm going Super Sadiq, man.
Oh, this is a fight no one needs to see.
Bro, I thought you was
Rodolfo
introducing that
Belletto.
fight in a good way.
No.
I was about to get onto you so
If
bad.
Lankz was in here, I'll let him introduce this fight. I'll let him introduce Paul Craig.
Man, them are beefing in the
Yeah,
comments.
man, Royal.
What we fighting over, man?
Hey, we'll check that in a sec. We'll check in a sec. Hold on. Let's go back to this. We get distracted. Rodolfo.
Rodolfo
Yeah.
Bellato.
Bellato versus Paul Craig.
Is that light heavyweight?
Yeah.
My eyes ain't too bad anymore.
Rodolfo,
shouldn't be at
Bellato.
There's extra zoom in helps.
Bro, it's Bellato, even a Paul
Bellato,
Craig.
man.
I
Bellato.
can never pick Paul Craig, bro. It's just
Sorry,
not, I don't
Craig,
think it's
man.
a good thing to.
Sorry, Craig.
Yeah, man. Let's just move on to the next fight.
Hey, this is what we're here for. This is what we're here for.
Offensive.
Yeah, this is what I done the intro for. Welterweight bout. The Reno Gilbert Burns, 9th ranked, fan favorite, fighting Michael Spider-Man Morales, 12th ranked and up and coming undefeated Ecuadorian. Greeny, this is one of your guys. It's one of my guys. One of all of us. I think we all
Yeah,
respect
he's
him.
good.
We all
Yeah.
respect
Rate
him.
his
We all accept
skills.
him. I think Greeny kind of was shouting him like out there the most. I'll give Greeny. What do you think about this? You think he smokes Gilbert right here?
This is a big test
hard-
for him.
yeah, it's a
Obviously,
test, yeah.
It's a test. It's one of them ones. It's like this is the do you have it test. This is the Mike Malott, Neil Magny vibes. Do you get me? Can you get through the fight? Morales has shown he's got skills, but there's a few holes that I'm concerned Gilbert Burns can take advantage of. Takedowns. I want to see his takedown defense in this fight. I want to see him when he's on his back. Like, can he defend himself
Yeah.
adequately?
Good point. Yeah.
It probably doesn't get there though. If I'm being honest, I think Morales is going to knock him out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Morales. Do you know what it is? Over 5 rounds, yeah. Morales hit so hard.
This is his biggest test.
This is his
Yeah.
definitely his
This
biggest test.
isn't a scrub.
But
Still,
this is also a Gilbert Burns
That's burnt
that is
out.
coming back. Yeah, it's burnt out. Yeah, going back to my wick analogy, his wick is doubled over, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? And he's always been a 2-1 man in my opinion, anyway. Gilbert Burns. So, and is he coming off what was his last fight? The JDM one.
JDM,
Bro, come on, man.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Michael Morales is gonna probably punch him up, and that's another welterweight. Hopefully that we got in contention. Do you know what I mean? He's gonna move up if he wins.
Oh no, Sean Brady.
Sean Brady. Oh, Brady. Yeah. So that was another bad one as well, no?
Decision.
But didn't he got abused in that fight, no?
Mourinho.
But yeah. So
Yeah,
those
Sean
are his
Brady's
last
flinging
two.
them around.
But to be honest, look, he's fighting a high level of opposition in it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he
can't
always
disrespect
fights someone at
Mourinho.
a high level.
That's why he wins.
Mourinho,
He wins
yeah.
2 for every one. But
Yeah. He
yeah,
fights high level.
this just tells us where Morales is at, and I'm excited to see. To be honest, I'm actually excited.
This is
to
one to
see where
stay
he's
up
at.
for, you know. If you're a UFC fan and you're a fight fan and you want to see someone come out again, because if he wins this fight, he's gonna start getting talked about being up there with all weights, and it will be like 9th now, 8th. So we're gonna have to start talking in his name
Amongst everyone else.
Yeah, amongst everyone
pretty
else.
much,
Now it's gonna get harder for him with the Gary fight. Might have to come back.
Welterweight division is actually
That's what I
cooking
said.
right
It's
now.
cooking. That's what I just said. It's getting there. So it's like
We said this.
It's a
Though.
good
It's one
fight
of
to
our
watch.
favorite divisions. Like it actually is.
it's a good fight. It's gonna be a good fight to watch to see what actually happens overall. And this is what we was talking about, flushing some of these guys out. If he wins, but it's UFC, man. Some of these guys are not here to get flushed out straight away.
Do you know what fight would be amazing? Morales versus Prates.
That'd be cold.
I feel like Morales is a man that's probably smoked cigarettes. I'm gonna be honest with you. A bit like Prates. I'm gonna be honest with you.
What makes you say that? Because of the way he looks. He's
The
a
way
tug.
he looks, bro. I'm
He's
gonna
a
be
tug.
honest. Yeah,
He's
bro.
a
He
tug.
looks like when the coach says do 10 push-ups, he does 9 and winks. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think he's a man that probably does cut corners. We'll see.
Well, yep, that is the wrap for
what are we
fight
rating it?
night.
Rate the
look,
card,
but
rate the
say
card.
that is a wrap. And then at the Apex, we'll go over it. I feel like this is a better card than the pay-per-view that we just had.
Yeah, I agree.
Nah, man, you might be being disrespectful, man.
How? Costa's a better.
Actually, no.
How? Bro?
I'm thinking in hindsight. That's why.
You're just going
I'm
pay because you're
thinking
saying
in hindsight,
pay-per-view.
yeah, 'cause
You've
I'm-
got pay-per-view in your head. Not
Yeah.
I
cards,
actually enjoyed the
fighters.
Bilal fight though.
Steve,
Bilal
it was a
and
good fight.
JDM.
It was one
That's
of the
why.
better names.
If that was dead, I'll
Names,
rubbish
energy.
it. So
That was
bad.
one of the better fights.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
actually was. Yeah.
What
As
were you
a
saying?
Fight night, this is a
Yeah.
7.
Yeah, I was gonna say 7 as a fight night. Yeah.
Probably about
Just
7.
because of that main fight.
Yeah,
The other
yeah.
fight's just a whatever.
I don't know if I can go.
You know, what it is? I feel like it's probably on the other names. It might be a 6.
I was gonna say 6. Like no one really
You know what? I'm
excites
saying
me
7
other
'cause
than.
I feel like there's gonna be the fight that's actually going to be good. Like the Rosa and Costa fight is gonna be
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's gonna be good, and I think it's gonna hold. So I'm saying 7.
Can we go to see the prelims? What's on
Look at
there?
them quick. I wanna check what I've gone in the chat. Man, them are beefing, bro. Cooking in there, bro. Let me.
Keep going down.
That's a decent fight there. I got a lot of women's fights on this card. Okay, Park. That's brothers from Road to UFC, I believe. And versus Carlos Hernandez. That's a good fight. There's a lot of women's fights in them prelims still. What time's the main card starting? It's 12, or is that say 10? 12. Okay, cool. That's a nice early one as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for that.
All right. Well, that is the UFC Fight Night Apex wrapped up for you. Burns versus Morales. And what is going on in the comments quickly before we get out? of here?
It's too much to
all the way
even.
up.
What are you lot
consider
arguing
what's
about?
happening,
Why,
bro.
let us be the
This is
decision makers
too
here.
mad,
What's
bro.
going on? What are you lot?
Nah, it's too much, bro.
Oh,
It's
you lot,
literally
yeah.
too much.
Let's work out if there's a 10-8 round here, man.
One second. Hey.
Alex wouldn't. I think Saxby's giving up now. By the looks of it.
Lord of the Pies. He's landing strikes and Saxby's not answering.
He's giving up, mate. No, but whatever you lot, I bet it's all friendly fire.
Hey, you need to give me
Hey,
a
we've been asked, man. Let's
summary,
run through-
bro.
Let's do a quick summary, man.
Right, let's quickly just go over this. Look, what is it?
Nah, Brad,
basically?
you can't read it though.
Hold
Nah,
on,
this
take
is
a minute.
mad,
That'll take
though.
Hold on,
a
hold
minute.
on. Let me just get the gist of it. I understand. Well, wait, was it? Islam says you wouldn't beat people in division and attack. So it does that. Prince Burns looks like Islam needs to stop, defend, vacate. No, not when Islam said. Islam said I gave 145 2 shots. No one gave Islam credit. Special Dana White. Forget that. Islam needs to best lightweight shot. Level also been beating featherweights. Yep. Dana said 145 Islam pound for pound, even though Islam beat twice. Conor got immediately double shot. Right, Henry and Sonia. Okay, he wasn't the pound for pound number 1 guy after he already lost. Ilia knocked him out while he was on full camp. Islam did not. Short notice. Volk kept it even when he lost. Okay, I think what you lot are overall arguing about is credibility here.
And whether Ilia gets the
I think
double
I think you're trying to go with, and obviously it's got into other arguments like actually weight sizing and stuff, but you got to remember with the UFC they have become more WWE style. So if you have got more pulling power, you're more of a star in a certain way. They're going to give you a bit more credibility, and that's just the way it is. You can't bring Conor into no conversation because he's an anomaly, as we always speak. Yeah,
that's the sun.
We always say that. So
these
you bringing Conor, you're bringing people into it. It's just like from Conor's perspective.
Biggest star is what I want. Rimz is looking at me like you don't know the star is the sun. The sun is the star, man.
He's lost.
Don't do that.
I don't know. He's astronomy.
Man don't know he's astronomy.
No, because you said.
If these men are stars, Conor is the sun, the biggest star.
Okay, yeah, because you added that after. I was like, okay, okay.
I meant what I said. I meant what I said. I know what I said.
But yeah, overall, I think that's how it works. And yeah, man, like, I don't think none of you are actually right. I don't think none of you are actually wrong. I think 2 things can be true in what both of you were saying, but obviously. One thing is for certain, I'll give you this, is Islam did not get credit for fighting Volkanovski. I never gave Islam credit from the beginning, never wanted to see that fight, and none of you, man, have given Islam credit. I don't care if you said it was a good fight. You gave Volk credit.
No, I gave Islam credit.
You're looking back at it. If you said I'll be upset. Thank you.
I didn't.
Thank you. And I'll be upset with you because you was with me saying that Islam needs to defend the belt properly, bro.
Because I was saying he needs to get more names in
It's
lightweight.
I always gave Islam credit for that.
How?
And
because
then
I genuinely saw Volk as a threat.
How? What threat?
Because Volk, the first fight, I said it all along. I think Volk's size is going to disadvantage Islam. I said that as soon as the fight was made.
Yeah, but we didn't need to see it, and he still got beaten, and then he got head.
We did need to see it twice, apparently.
Well, his head got topped in the second fight.
That question there from Saxby. So let me put it this way, boys. If you were Islam, would you give another 145er a shot and get no credit?
Lose. Already said
if you're Islam, you move up and fight 170. 100%.
At my age as well.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Yeah. It's not my fault that I had an opportunity to do the lightweight thing and the UFC was giving me Volkanovski back to back.
Yeah, but Volk was short notice as
well. Moicano's not even his fault.
No, but he's had loads of short notice fights where people have pulled out. What was the one? The first one with Volk. The first one with Volk was supposed to be who?
Oh, the second one.
No, the first one. It was the first one. No, the second one.
The second one was the head kick. No, what was it?
Yeah, the second one they pulled it. The second one they pulled it back. No.
No, the second one was short notice.
Short notice because of the head kick. That's when the short.
That was short notice one. The first one was
a proper fight. Yeah.
Yeah. So long story short, he needs to fight lightweights or move up. That's it. Cool. We are done.
That is it. We are wrapped. But guys, like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate everyone that pulled up in the chat today and joined us on this Sunday. You know we will be giving you clips throughout the week. We've got more content coming for you guys. Trying to provide, just more content in general. You'll see us do more. But we'll be back next week for Durinho versus Morales. Respect. Good night. See you on the rebound.